Still got bed hair. I hope everyone's having a good one. Spanish every day. Honestly, I don't even think I actually have any more welding rods. Plant boy, welcome to the stream. My day has only just started. My day has only just started. First energy drink of the day. Yep. So at the moment, I'm just making up some reinforcement cages for the house project. Slow and steady. I just use the welder to hold everything together. How's your day going? Tell me a bit about your day. And I'm always curious how you stumbled across the stream. Whether it's from a Twitter post or it just come up on your feed. I'm always curious. Are you literally just going to be spamming plants in the chat? I'm assuming you like plants. Plants are cool. But spamming plants in the chat doesn't really scream sensibility. That just screams spam. Hey, welcome to the stream. How you doing? I'm doing a little bit of welding, but mostly it's just assembly. Making reinforcement cages for my house foundation. I'm gonna make quite a few of them. It is not afternoon, it is first thing in the morning. It is just past, it's almost 8:15 in the morning. I mean, it's morning, but it's not here in Nigeria. Well, I am in Australia. So that's where the time differences come in. It's awesome to see how wide of an audience actually come and watch my streams. It's so hot. You wish to be here? It's not too bad here. Like where the weather is only just starting to warm up again. We had a tropical cyclone kind of hit higher up the coast from where I live, so we're recovering from lots of widespread flooding. Welcome to the stream. Who we got here? Harry, welcome to the stream. Josh, welcome to the stream. Australian. That is the accent. Or, depending on who you ask, at my last job, a lot of people mistaken my accent for either Kiwi, New Zealand, English. It depends on who you ask, but I am Australian as it gets. Queensland accent, bro? Absolutely. But my accent is a little bit twisted because my father was born in New Zealand, and my mother, her side of the family, is from England. My wife is also from England, so it depends on the context of what I'm saying. Sometimes I can say some words slightly different. Yeah. Arizona. 100 Fahrenheit. I don't know what that'd be in Celsius. Fahrenheit. So I would probably say that's like 45 degrees Celsius. Yeah, we experience, well, in this area, when we get a large volume of water all at once, we do flood pretty bad. Who's messaging me now? It's funny, my dad, he enjoys spamming me on Instagram. She's a little crooked. It's an improvement. Yeah, just give me a second to read through them. Ever, did you guys experience flood or any unsurvivable, um, unsurvivable? What would you class as unsurvivable? Are you still referring to floods or fire, cyclones, tsunamis? 100 Fahrenheit, 37 degrees Celsius. 37 degrees, that's like a standard cool day in the summer here. A standard cool day. Yeah, 37 degrees. I would check um, what kind of temperature it's going to be today, but stream it on my phone and all. If I jump out of the stream to look at anything else, it kind of pauses the stream for some reason. I can't be there, but how do you survive there? Very easily. You just live. Yes, we have lots of spiders and snakes. Yeah, we have lots of snakes and spiders and all kinds of fun and prickly things, but you just live. The one thing I like to tell people that aren't from Australia when they come and visit, um, think of the wildlife. If you don't mess with them, they won't mess with you, kind of thing. You hate spiders. Spiders can get pretty big here, and we're talking like that big on a standard scale. Um, it's normal to you, but that is a death range for me. Death range. Well, Australia houses probably 15 of the top 20 deadliest snakes in the world. The top 15 live in Australia. If you see a single spider, you sell in the house. Nah, spiders are what you want. If you have spiders in your house, that just means there's less mosquitoes, less bugs, less flies, less critters overall. It's the same with snakes. Like if you have certain snakes around your household, that just means it gets rid of other like pest animals. So when you say daddy long legs, what are you referring to? Like a small, lanky looking spider with more leg than head. Good bro, but please tell me more about Australia. What do you want to know? I don't really like, unless there's information you want to know. Like I don't really think about my own country very much. I just live here. We live in an eco village, and yeah, we get a lot of wallabies, kangaroos in our yard, lots of kookaburras. Every now and then we see parrots, lorikeets. All kinds of birds. Big legs, but tiny head. Yeah, we get those are nothing here. Like I pick them up and move them. Like honestly, I wouldn't even class that as a damn spider. That's just a waste of space. Those things. I've come face to face with a few big snakes. Time here is almost midnight. Well, here it is 8:27 in the morning. So what is that? 9 hours difference? Something like that. But it's Tuesday for me. I don't know what day it'd be for you. Probably a day behind. So I'm probably like 9 hours ahead or something. It's Monday, so it's going to be Tuesday. So yeah, I'm 9 hours ahead of you. I'm in the future. Yep. I've had quite a few big snakes stare me in the face. Funniest part, I like to stare back. If you don't mess with the snakes, unless you provoke them, they generally try and just leave people alone. Well, when you say normal things, like snakes are relatively common here because of how hot it is. Um, but if you have a tidy like a tidy yard, like there's nothing for the snakes to hide under. So that's like the number one trick to prevent snakes from coming too close to places that they shouldn't be. Have a tidy yard. If there's nothing for them to hide under, they're not going to come into your yard. If you keep your grass cut low, there's no grass for them to hide in. Simple as that. And if you keep your damn doors closed, they're not going to come inside. So most of the time, you don't really have to worry about them too much. Like, since we've owned this property, I've only ever come face to face with one snake. That's it. Have you been bitten by a snake before? No. No, I have not. I've been bitten by a few spiders. That's about it. But yes, snakes aren't exactly something that you want to get bitten by. It's crooked. Why is that crooked? Oh well. It's not even that works. Oh, I've got some paragraphs to read, do I? Well, I just wish I can have a friend there, but you guys are really not safe. At least that problem is only Church of Dr. Phil. What a name. Jacksepticeye with a Chad beard. Bro. So, this beard, we got kicked out of... We haven't lived in a house in just over 2 years. When we moved out of the last house that we were renting, it was the last time I shaved my beard. So this is just over 2 years of beard. Like, obviously, like, we've shaped it and trimmed it, kept it neat and tidy, but overall, this is 2 years of beard. So, I'm not going to call you Church or Dr. Phil. Is there a name you want to be called? Because that's quite a mouthful. It's rough, but I lived in a shed for 2 years, no water or toilet on the property. Well, when we bought this property, the very first thing that obviously we put on the property was an outhouse, a portaloo. So that was the first issue that we got sorted straight off the bat. And the reason why we bought this property is because it's actually got lake water plumbed to the boundary of the property that we can use. Like, we use that for pretty much everything on here, minus drinking water, of course. How much battery do I have on it? Okay. In this instance, like, we have power, we have water that we can use for washing. We've got a lot of space. Obviously, we've been slowly developing and putting stuff on this property for the last 2 years. Like, we've owned this property for probably close to 4 years, almost. But yeah, I am working towards building a house. Your sister in Asia, so yeah, they're ahead of us. What state, bro? Yeah, I'm a Queenslander too, but it depends on where in Queensland. I'm probably close to midway down the coast. Without giving away my location, have you heard about all of the flooding in Bundaberg? Because yeah, that is just that's a little bit of a drive, but within driving distance. And if you're a Queenslander, how did you guys fare up with all of this? Oh, Cairns. Mate, how did you guys fare up in this rain? Apparently in Cairns, with all the flood water, there was quite a few crocs sighted. So I hope everyone stayed safe there. I've got a close friend that lives up at Cairns. Him and his wife. Yeah, they live up at Cairns. Alright, just give me 2 seconds. I'll read your messages in just a sec. Father all. Creech came up, but we normally get triple that rain in season. Yeah, I saw the reports of that cyclone forming off the coast. So that just means majority of the rain was further down the coast because it hit Gladstone, I think, maybe a bit higher. Then it just worked its way down the coast. Yeah, I would probably say it was probably close to 60 to 70% of Bundaberg was underwater. Luckily, like all of the people that we know in there stayed safe. But yeah, there was a relief center for everybody who got flooded out of their homes. A lot of sections in Bundaberg actually had to get evacuated. There was a lot of water rescues, people getting choppered off rooftops, that sort of stuff. Luckily, where we live, we don't have any actual running waterways. We've just got lakes that come up, but they're gradual. So we've got one big lake in the middle, and then that overflows into lower lakes. Like that big lake is actually higher than the others, so when it does overflow, it runs down into the next one. It does fill up with water, and we do get flooded, but usually when that happens, we're only flooded for like 12 hours or so, until the water actually drains out into those lower leveled bodies of water, which is good because my wife needs to work. So for those people in the chat, there's a wallaby just chilling right in front of me. Aww. Oh, you pissed off. Yeah, we got to. Now that we've settled here, because for those 2 years we were, well, we still live in a camper trailer, big camping tent. We were living on a portion of my parents' property, but now we're officially living on our property now. And neighbors are pretty nosy. They drive past our property very slowly, in hopes they're going to see something. Like, I don't know what they're waiting for, but so they're putting together these bad boys right here. Oh, piss off, wasp. That's right. Some of these were a little bit on the jank side. Now that's bent. Nice one. Okay, wasp, you need to piss off. So who's actually still here in the chat? That's what can I do? That bit needed to come in. I'm pretty sure I had something here I could use. I guess I need. That's sticking out too much. That's better. There we go. So basically, I just have to make as many boxes as I can with my last welding rod. Oh, I was pretty sure that I had more stashed somewhere, but apparently not. Which is a shame because I don't have access to a car to go get some more. Yeah. That's where I'm kind of stuck. bit smoky in here. First energy drink. Yawn. probably got one more box worth of welding rod left. That's all I've got left. That's it. It's a fat one. I think that's like a 3.2 mil instead of the small ones are like a 2.5 or something. And of course that's crook. What am I going to do now? 9:30. It's 9:30 in the morning. I think that's me for the day.